Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I do CNC programming tutorial videos, especially for home Mac and wiki CNC machines using Fusion 360. Okay, I have this cabinet that I want to program, and I want to program this for a nesting based CNC machine. If you want to learn how to program this cabinet for a paddle rail CNC machine, you can watch my previous video, okay? With that being said, let's get started. Alright, I'm gonna go to manufacturer workspace and I'm gonna create a manufacturing model. So I'm gonna go up here where it says create manufacturing model. Okay. Now the manufacturing model has been created, which is this cabinet, right? So I'm gonna select this manufacturing model and I'm gonna right click, edit manufacturing model, and it's gonna take me to this solid menu where I can make changes to this cabinet. I can change parameters. I can move it. Right, I can do a lot of things to this cabinet right here in this menu, but for this time, I'm gonna use the range, okay, which is gonna let me lay all the parts flat. All right, so I'm gonna use a range. If you don't see it here in the toolbar, you can just click on Modify. It's gonna drop down this menu, and you can go down to a range, and you're gonna click on the three dots. You're gonna check where it says Pin to Toolbar, and the range is going to be added here to the toolbar. Okay, so I'm going to select a range. I'm going to select this closet cabinet, and now every single part got selected. All right, now I'm going to go to envelopes tab, and I'm going to select where it says plane sketch face. I'm going to select a plane, which I don't have here, so I'm going to have to turn on the origin. Okay, I'm going to turn this on. Now I see all the planes. I'm going to zoom out, and I'm gonna select this bottom plane. All right, and I'm gonna type the length of my sheet. In this case, it's gonna be 97, and the width is gonna be 49 inches. Okay, and there's my first sheet. Okay, and under spacing, I'm not gonna change the frame width. I'll just leave it the way it is. I'm gonna change the object spacing to 0.5 inches. Now I'm gonna have 0.5 inches of space between the parts. Okay, I'm gonna use a half-inch tool uh, for the perimeter cut. Okay, so I'm gonna click OK now. Okay, now I got this part laying flat. All right, that's the first sheet. All right, I'm gonna create the second sheet for the next to the parts. Okay, I'm gonna right click and repeat arrange. I'm gonna select this object, this one, and I'm gonna zoom out. And there is two right here. Select this guy and this guy. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out, and I want to go to envelopes tab, and I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit more, and I'm gonna select the same plane, this bottom plane right here. Okay, and I'm gonna change before I change the object space, I gotta type the length of the sheet. This is the second sheet. I'm gonna type 97 inches, 49 inches for the width. Now I'm gonna go to object spacing. I'm gonna type 0.5 inches. All right. But you notice how all the parts are laying on top of each other. Okay, that's not what I want. Um, I'm gonna move these parts for that second sheet up. Okay, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that by going to where it says height offset, and I'm gonna type 50 inches. There you go. Okay. Now I'm gonna click OK. That's my second sheet. Before I go to before I start editing any toolpath, I just want to move these parts out of the way. Let me put on top view. See that? I just move this parts in the second sheet out of the way. And so I'm gonna use the move copy right here, this icon, and where it says move object, make sure it's set to components, okay? Because these are components, not bodies. All right, so I'm gonna select this component right here. And I'm gonna, but before that, I just noticed something. I have some machining on the other side. I have some holes here for the hardware, okay? Let me put on top view. So I got the through holes, all right? So I gotta flip these parts for the second sheet, okay? I'm good with this. I'm good with the first sheet. You see the holes here for the hardware, okay? So this sheet is good. So I gotta go back to our second on range. So right here in my timeline, this is our second on range. So I'm gonna select that, right click, edit arrange, and under where it says objects, selected by face, it's saying face up. I'm gonna select face down. It's gonna flip the parts. Okay, see that? I'm gonna click OK. Now I'm gonna move these parts out of the way. So I'm gonna go to the move copy icon up here, and I have components selected. I'm gonna select this component right here, first one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I'm gonna put it on top view. I'm gonna grab this arrow pointing to the right. I'll drag the parts out of the way, right about there. I'm gonna check capture position. I'm gonna click OK. I'm gonna click on the home icon, and there you have it. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to I'm gonna start creating toolpath. So I'm gonna finish the edit. I'm gonna click here where you see this check mark. I'm gonna finish edit. Now I'm gonna create a new setup. All right. And I'm gonna go up here where it says setup, and you see how Fusion 360 is selecting all the parts. It's creating this humongous rectangle. All right. So I'm gonna have to select every single component for sheet number 1. All right. So under model, where it says model, I'm gonna click right here where it says nothing. I'm gonna select this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. Okay. And I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to flip this the Z axis. I want the Z axis to be pointing up. So under Z axis right here, I'm gonna click where it says nothing. I'm gonna select this top face, and the Y axis is gonna be this edge. I'm gonna zoom out, and my box point is gonna be. I'm gonna rotate the model. I'm gonna select just click on box point. I'm gonna select this point right here. This is where the WCS is gonna be for this for a whole Mac or Wiki CNC machine. Okay. If you have a different CNC machine, your WCS is gonna be somewhere else. Okay. So I gotta flip this arrow, the Y axis. So I'm gonna click on the arrow, this green arrow. Okay. And under stock tab, I'm gonna add some material all the way around, and it's gonna be just 1/8 of an inch. So you notice this is everything's in millimeters because the post processor is in metric for these machines, for a home Mac and Wiki CNC machines. You can change to inches. You just gotta add it to post processor. Okay. Um, I'm just gonna use the metric. I'm gonna stay with the metric right now. So I'm gonna add just 1/8 of an inch all the way around, and put on top view. Okay, right here. So I'm gonna type 1/8 is 3.175 millimeters. Okay, so 1/8 of an inch is being added all the way around. okay? Or you can type in inches if you want. You can just type 0.125 IN for inches, okay? Now I'm gonna name the program. So under post process, okay, I'm gonna name this sheet _1. And where it says program comment, I'm gonna type. I'm gonna be using a 3/8 tool and a 1/2 inch tool. Okay, so I can type here 3/8. It's gonna be a 2 flute. Okay, down cut and 1/2 inch 3 flute compression tool. Oops. I'm gonna click OK. Now my setup has been created, and I'm gonna name this setup sheet 1. Hit enter. Okay. I have this origin right here. See the plane, so I gotta turn this off. So I have to go back to. I want to select the manufacturing model. I'm gonna right click, edit, and I'm gonna turn off the origin. Okay, turn that off. I'm gonna finish edit. Just click on this right here. Okay, now I don't see the planes. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna. The first thing I'm gonna do is use a drilling bit. In this case, I'm gonna use a V-point bit for the through holes, and I have 5mm holes. Okay, so I'm gonna use the drill. I'm gonna select the tool. I'm gonna go down to the wiki CNC drilling, and I'm gonna select this 5mm 90 degree. All right, this guy right here. Okay, V-point bit. All right, I'm gonna select it. I got all the feeds and speeds set up for this V-point bit, so I'm not gonna make any changes here. And under geometry, I'm gonna select this. See where it says hole faces? I'm gonna select this face, and I'm gonna check where it says select same diameter. Now Fusion is gonna select the rest of the holes, okay, automatically for you guys. All right, so where it says order, it's set to optimize order. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. I can change it to order select this. Let's see that. Okay. And we're gonna see the simulation, all right? Under height tab, where it says bottom height, and you're gonna check where it says drill tip through bottom. I'm drilling through the material, okay? And under cycle tab, this is one that I use for the machine, okay? I'm gonna click OK now. I'm gonna simulate this tool path. I'll right click, simulate. And it's gonna go all the way down there. I don't like this. I don't like what I'm seeing. It's gonna, the machining time is gonna be just a little too long. So I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna edit that drill toolpath. Right click, edit, and I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it back to where it says order. Change it back to optimize order. I'm gonna click OK. Okay, this is the better toolpath. Right click, simulate. Okay, I like this. Put it on top view. See, it's doing the holes. Okay, that looks good. So I'm gonna close this. Click on home icon. And the next toolpath is gonna be a 2D pocket. I'm gonna use a 3/8 down cut. All right, to pocket out these holes right here for the hardware. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here to the 2D menu. I'm going to select the 2D pocket. I'm going to select the tool. I'm going to go to the Wiki CNC wood. And I'm going to select the 3/8 down cut, which is a 46-204 from Amana. You see it says 9 millimeters. It's not really 3/8, it's actually 9 millimeters. I checked that with my calipers, so it's not really 3/8. They'll sell this as 3/8, right? But it's not really 3/8. It's actually 9 millimeters in diameter. So I'm gonna select this tool, and I got all the feeds and speeds set up. And under geometry, I'm gonna select. I'm gonna select this pocket right here. But let me see. I never tried pocket recognition. I never tried this. Let me see if I can get this to work. Um, Maximum coordinate radius 45. So do I have to select? No. Okay. I think it's 12.7 millimeters. The minimum pocket depth. I type 12.7. Maximum depth is gonna be the same, 12.7. Um, I don't think it works right now. Okay, I'm gonna try this on another video. Okay, I was gonna select where it says selected pocket. All right, so I'm just gonna select each pocket. All right, I know I have so many pockets to select. All right, so I'm gonna select this face, select this face, zoom out, zoom in, that face, that face, that face, zoom out, zoom in, this face. Okay, and then I'm gonna select this face right here. So I'm gonna rotate the model. Select that face, this face, this face. Okay, this one, this one, this one, this one, that one. Okay, this, zoom out. I'm gonna select this one, zoom out, this one, this one, this one, this one. I'm gonna zoom out, and this one right here, and got two more pockets. This one, zoom out, and this one right there. That's a lot of pockets, I know, guys. All right. Okay. So I got 25. Says chains. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to height. I'm not making any changes here under passes tab. I'm gonna use maximum step over is set to 7 millimeters. I have an expression here, so I'm right click, edit expression. This is what I have. I have a tool diameter minus 2 millimeters, and the maximum roughing step down is gonna be 6 millimeters. And I have an expression as well. So I'm gonna show I got tool diameter minus 3 millimeters. Okay, and right here this is good right now. And I have use even step downs checked. Okay, I have that. And where it says, I'm gonna check where it says preserve order. Okay, so it's gonna machine the order I selected the pocket. So it's gonna start here, and it's gonna go to that one. All right, just the order that I selected the pockets. Okay, so let's check. And under linking tab, I have a ramp type of the zigzag ramping angle of 2 degrees. And I'm gonna click OK, see what we get. Okay. I'm gonna right click and simulate this toolpath. And it's gonna start machining here. See that? Okay. I missed this pocket right there, okay? So let me close this simulation. Let me go back to the toolpath. Right click, edit. Okay, and I'm gonna select this guy, and I'm gonna delete current contour, and I'm gonna select the face. Okay, I'm gonna click OK. All right, I'm gonna simulate that toolpath one more time. Right click, simulate. Okay, that looks good. All right, so that's a 2D pocket, and the next one is gonna be a 2D contour to cut the parts out. And I'm gonna use a 1/2 inch or a 12 millimeter 3-flute tool. So I'm gonna go to 2D contour up here in the 2D menu. I'm gonna select the tool. I'm gonna go to the Wiki CNC wood, and I'm gonna select a 1/2 inch Amana 46014-K. This is a Spectra M mill. Okay, select this guy, and I'm gonna. I have all the speeds and all the feeds and speeds set up. So under geometry, I'm gonna select this guy right here. See the bottom profile. This bottom profile, zoom out. This bottom profile, zoom out. Select this, 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 and I'm gonna zoom in right there at this guy. Zoom out, and that looks good. And the next tab is the height. I'm gonna leave some. I'm gonna leave some onion skin. All right. You don't want, especially the small parts. You don't want the small parts just to move. Okay, when you when you're cutting them out. All right. So I'm gonna leave some onion skin. In this case, I'm gonna type right here where it says bottom height, and where it says offset, I'm gonna type 0.3 millimeters. Okay. And under passes tab, I'm gonna change the sideways compensation to left. This is what I use. You can use right if you want. In wood, it doesn't make a difference in quality, to be honest. And under, I'm gonna check where it says multiple depths, and I have a maximum roughing step down of 9 millimeters. Okay, I'm using that expression that I show you for the 2D pocket. So I'm gonna right click, add expression. It's tool diameter minus 3 millimeters. Okay, and you can save that. You can save that as a user default. So right click, save as user default. Okay, and I'm gonna um, check order by islands, and I'm gonna check rough final. And under linking tab, I have lead in and lead out check. I'm gonna check this. I'm gonna check this, and I'm gonna check where it says ramp, and I'm gonna have a 15-degree ramping angle. Okay, let me click OK, see what we get, and it's gonna start right here. See the red arrow pointing down. This is my start point. I'm gonna zoom out. My end point is right there. See that green arrow pointing up. This is where the ML is gonna exit. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna right click, simulate this toolpath. Okay, she's doing that 15-degree ramping. Then it's gonna come back and do the step down. Okay. Let me see if I can change the order. I think I forgot to check order under passes. Okay. See, leaving the onion skin. And don't mind this, guys. It's just like a graphical issue. All right, this is not what you're gonna get on your CNC machine. Okay, so I'm gonna close this and let me check the machining time. So I'm gonna right click, and for that toolpath, the 2D contour, I'm gonna go to where it says machining time, and it says 8 minutes and 42 seconds. So let me see if I can bring this down. This is not actually it's not gonna be the actual time. It's probably gonna be less or more. Okay, so this is not really accurate, but I just want to bring this down. Okay, see if I can do that. So I'm gonna go back to the 2D console and right click, edit, under passes. I'm gonna check preserve order, and let me see if I can keep the tool down. So I'm gonna check this, and this is the distance that I use, 3,000 millimeters. Let me see. Let's see what we get. So I'm gonna click OK. I'm gonna check the machining time. Right click. See, we get it didn't really go down. Okay, so I'm gonna right click, simulate this toolpath, and now it's gonna start right here. Okay. See, it's retracting. I want to see if I can just machine one part at a time. In other words, start machining this panel to the final depth, and then go to the next one and the next one. Let's see if I can do that. All right, so let me close this. Okay, guys. I'm learning to program nesting based parts. All right, so I'm new to this, to be honest, guys. I'm just being honest to you guys. I'm more of a pattern rail CNC machine guys. Um, a machine guy. I've been doing that for 10 years. Just pattern rail CNC machine. Okay. Um, so let me right click, edit the toolpath, and let me go under passes, and let me scroll down, and I'm gonna check where it says ordered by islands. This is the one that's gonna do that trick. And I'm gonna check order by depth. Okay. This is a model with multiple cavity selections. Okay. Let me check that. See what we get. Oops. I'm gonna check that. Order by islands. If I check order by depth. Okay. So it ignores the order by islands. So let me have this check. I'm gonna click OK. I think it's gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna right click, simulate. Okay, it's gonna go to the next one. Okay, that one. It's gonna come back here to the second. Do the first step down. Zoom out. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna close this. Let me try the other options. Right click, edit, and I want to go to passes, and let me see. Okay, this is not the one. Let me check both ways. Uh, it's gonna do a conventional and climb cutting. So it's gonna go like back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so let me click OK. Simulate. Right click, simulate. Let me see if it does that. If it does both ways. Okay, before retracting, let me see what it does. Yeah, it's gonna retract. Okay, it's gonna retract no matter what. All right. Now it's machining the other second part. It's gonna be retracting. Okay. So I'm gonna right click, edit. Um, I'm just gonna uncheck that, so it didn't really make a difference. Okay. under multiple depths. So order by items didn't work. Let's see, order by depth. Click OK. Right click, simulate, stool path, zoom in. Okay, it's doing this part first. I think it's gonna retract. Yeah, it's gonna retract. It's not gonna stay here. Okay. Let me try one more option. Right click, edit, go to passes, scroll down, and let me uncheck order by depth. Uncheck that. Let me try rough final. Click OK. Right click, simulate. Okay. I'm gonna close this. It's doing the same thing. Seems like it. And let me check the machining time. It's still the same, so it's not really going down. Okay. I'm gonna right click, edit, and go to passes. Scroll down. Let me check use even step downs. And rough final. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna check stock to leave. Okay. I'm not leaving any material, and I'm gonna click OK. Right click, simulate, and it's gonna do the same thing. So I mean, I'm gonna close this. I'm not gonna spend too much time messing around with settings. Um, I don't think it's gonna work. All right. To be honest, I'm learning for nesting based CNC machines. So I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. Okay. I don't want to be this video. I don't want this video to be too long. Okay. So that's sheet one. Okay. Now I'm gonna program the second sheet. So I don't have to go up here where it says setup. I'm just gonna copy and paste sheet one and right click and go down to where it says duplicate, or you can hit Control D on your keyboard. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate this setup, and I'm gonna name this sheet two. Okay, and I'm gonna right click on it and edit, and where it says model right here, I'm gonna click on the X, and I'm gonna select this one, this one, this one, this one, that one. Okay. Okay, I have the WCS, okay, in the right spot. See the Z is pointing up, X is pointing to the left, and the Y axis is pointing down. All right, so that looks good right there. And let me because it has the see the Z axis is it has the face of the previous sheet selected. So I'm gonna click on the X, and I'm gonna select this Z axis. The Y axis, I'm gonna click on the X. It's gonna be this edge and the box points. Click on that. I'll select this point there, and I'm gonna click on the Y-axis arrow to flip it. Okay. The next tab. That looks good. I'm not adding new material. Let me see. Yeah, that looks good like that. So I was thinking for a minute. I'm thinking just right here where it says stock side offset, just type 0. But I need to add material on this edge, this back edge, and this right edge. Okay, and that looks good. And on the post process, I'm gonna name the program sheet 2. I'm gonna click OK. I'm gonna have to click on this arrow to drop down, and I'm gonna edit this drilling operation. Right click, edit, and under geometry, click on the X where it says whole face, and I'm gonna select this face here, and boom. Okay, it selects the rest of the holes automatically. Okay, they're all through holes, 5 millimeters in diameter. Okay, and I'm not making any changes in the height tab, in the cycle tab. No, I'm just gonna click OK. Okay, and that's the drilling operation. And the second one is a 2D pocket. So I'm gonna right click, edit. I'm gonna go to geometry. I'm gonna click on the X to clear the selections, and I'm gonna select this face, this face, this face, this face. Zoom out. This one, this one. Zoom out. This one. Zoom out. This one, and the last one right here. Okay. And I'm not gonna make any changes on under paths on the linking tab. I'm just gonna click OK. This is my 2D pocket. And my last toolpath is the 2D contour. So I'm gonna right click, edit, and under geometry, I'm gonna click on the X, and I'm gonna select this guy right there. It has to be the bottom profile. Okay. Zoom out. This guy, and zoom out. Zoom in actually. Zoom in right there. Select the bottom profile. And I'm not gonna make any changes, so I'm just gonna click OK. There's that 2D contour toolpath. So I'm gonna simulate this sheet 2. Right click, simulate. It's gonna do the through holes first, and then it's gonna do the 2D pockets. Okay. And it's gonna do a 2D contour. Okay. Okay, and that looks good right there. Put it on transparent. Okay, put it on top view. Okay, that looks nice. Okay, I'm gonna uncheck transparent, and that looks good, guys. So I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna start posting these programs. So I'm gonna post sheet 1. So I'm gonna right click, post process, and right here, I forgot to type the L. Okay, so it's tool. All right, so I'm gonna click. I'm gonna post it. That's the first program. And the second program, sheet number 2. So I'm gonna right click, post process, and I'm gonna add the letter L right there. Okay, so you can say tool. I'm gonna post it, and let's go to Woodwop 5.0. That's the one that I have here at home. That's the one that I use at work. Okay, I know some of you guys might have the new versions of Woodwop. Okay, that's great. Um, Hopefully one day I'll get my hands on Woodwop 7. So I'm gonna open the first NPR or the CNC file. So I'm gonna open it up, Woodwop. I'm gonna look for that folder. I'm gonna go to test programs folder, select sheet 1. So I'm gonna open it up in Woodwop 5.0. Okay. It's taking some time to load up. Okay. And there you have it. Okay, that's sheet number 1. Okay. Let's go to I see where it says POX. Does offset in X. See that? It's the variable. Okay. It's right here. You have that in X and you have that in Y. So go down. You have the see POY. See the part offset in Y is you have the 1/8 of an inch. Okay. That's how we did in Fusion 360. Okay, so it's taking some time to load. That's fine. I can um, I can make the file size smaller if you want. All right. I can use a half-inch compression bit for the 2D pockets and not use a step down. Just plunge into the hole and route it out. Okay, I can do that. Um, what else, guys? So I have all the drilling macros. I have the routing macros. Okay. So that's the program one, sheet one. Let's open up the second one. This is gonna this is gonna open up faster. It's a smaller file, so open it up, and there you have it. See, I have uh, I have less control lines to deal with. Okay, um, that's the second sheet. Okay, and that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. All right, guys. So I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.